what is it that's holding you back? And what is it that was your greatest achievement through this quarter? It's been an amazing few years. All sorts of things have happened, but we are kind of back to normality now. There's always the naysayers. Always. There will be the naysayers, the people who are negative Nellies, the people who say that what we do isn't getting anywhere or whatever. But we always have shining lights. And I want you to pinpoint your shining lights. I want you to think about them and go, yeah, this is what I want. This is where I am achieving. This is how I'm growing as a person. And this is how my client base is growing.
Mentoring with Geraldine is a bite-sized practitioner podcast for naturopaths, nutritionists, herbalists, coaches, and practitioners. This podcast responds directly to the needs of you, the practicing natural therapist. We have interviews during the holiday season and business and mindset support each week, so you'll get the variety you need to enjoy and stay motivated in your practice. Don't forget to subscribe to receive the weekly episodes. And if you want to connect with me, always check the show notes, because that's where you'll find the links to book appointments and, of course, to join the Academy, the membership group, where there's constant connection and community with like-minded practitioners. Now, let's get started.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mentoring with Geraldine and the Bite Size Podcast. How the devil are you? Can you believe we're at the end of March? It almost seems unreal. It's been 3 months. It's the first quarter. The first quarter of the year has happened. It's just unbelievable. My next level groups, the Monday group, the Clinical Monday group, where people get to discuss their clients and their business, are running beautifully. We had some evening ones while I was overseas and they worked really well. We have still got the graduate program, and I've got some students from Switch On Health who are working with me, and that is great to be back working with students again. I'm absolutely loving it. So that's fabulous, helping and supporting them. And then we're heading into our next quarter, and it's March, it's been hot finally. Obviously I had the cold because I went winter, but now I'm back in the warm, and we're going to be heading into winter again soon. So what are you doing for your clients heading into winter? Have you set up your social media, the seasonal information for people? Are we thinking about autumn now maybe? Are you thinking about what content am I going to produce? What am I stepping into with the new quarter about to start? How has your year gone so far? What do you need to reflect back on that's happened so far this year? Because when we think about it, what were our biggest wins this quarter? And what are we thinking about moving into? What is happening for us? I really like us thinking about the future. I really want you looking forward and going, this is where I'm headed next. This is what I'm heading into. This is what I'm struggling with or putting off. This is what I haven't done. This is what I've avoided. But let's stay positive. What are you proud of that you've achieved in the first 3 months of this year? It's really important even that we think about our achievements and we pat ourselves on the back. We have to look at where we're going to step up to. The last few podcasts have been about reaching forward, looking forward to our future. But we do need to look back and go, what's worked, what hasn't worked, what am I avoiding, and what hasn't gone as well as I'd hoped, and what can I achieve, but what do I need to shake up, and what am I proud of? We've got to think about how proud we are of what we're doing. I mean, you're stepping out there. When we're in natural therapies, we get a lot of flack. The media and everybody else, the majority of you have got degrees, or if you haven't, if you're at like Switch On Health or something, you are going to get a degree. You know that there's a pathway to the university for you to get a degree, for you to step beyond your learning so far and take that next step forward. So when we think about our future, where are we going? There's people putting us down all the time, but you've got to think, what am I proud of? What achievement is there for me? What can I look at? What was my biggest lesson? Even though I'm proud of stuff, there's all these things I'm proud of. What is the biggest lesson? Where did I maybe drop the ball? Or maybe I didn't achieve something I wanted to achieve. Or maybe I achieved something massively, double time, exceptionally. And where was my lesson in that so that I can replicate that or avoid it in future? Because when we think about our business, it is an ongoing, endless thing, isn't it? It doesn't give up. We might take a holiday, but to take a holiday, we have to make sure that we're prepped. We have to make sure that our social media is done. We have to make sure, in my case, that my podcasts are up to date. We have to make sure that our emails are sorted. We've got to make sure that our clients have everything that they need while we're away, or they have someone else to go to while we're away. There's so many things running your own business. You want to be up to date in your accounts. You want to be up to date with your tax. You want to be all of the things, right? But to get there, we have to give ourselves a pat on the back. We have to tell ourselves we're proud of ourselves, that we've achieved yet another 3 months in business, that we're taking the next step forward. And what was our biggest lesson? And what was our biggest risk? Was there a risk involved in what you did? What was the achievement? There's probably risk and worry, and there would have been procrastination, or maybe you didn't do something else because you did do the thing you wanted to do to get the achievement there. What was it that had to go on the sideline? And now that you've done this thing, you've achieved increasing client numbers, you've achieved sorting out a client. They've come back to you and said, thank you. It was amazing. You're incredible. Look at me now. That's an achievement. And it is so good when we have those clients who come back to us and say, look at me now. Look what I've achieved. Look what I've done. And we need to write that down. We need to congratulate ourselves, because for a lot of our clients, it's just slow progress, or they want the magic wand sometimes. We do have magic wand clients, don't we? I mean, I've said to clients in the past, they come in, they go, oh, I'm so sorry, I haven't done anything you said. And I'm like, well, there's a couple of problems here. One is that I haven't explained everything or helped and supported you in a way that you could achieve those things. And number two is, what's stopping you from achieving them? Were there barriers? Was it too much that I asked of you? It's generally not the fact. So what is it that stopped you achieving those things? Because, and I've said to clients in the past, because I don't have a magic wand sitting over there in the corner, unfortunately it broke. That was part of qualification. They snapped it. Or if you're just not going to do it, we can skip the middleman. You can just put the appointment money straight into my bank account and don't bother coming. Up to you. What would you rather do? Should we just have a look and figure out what's wrong? They always have a little laugh. I do it with a big smile on my face. And there's a bit of self-deprecation in there. And then they go, okay, I couldn't do it because this, that, and the other thing happened. Or I lost the ball. I was doing really well. And then I lost the ball on Wednesday because we had friends over and I ate a ton and I drank a ton. And so then on Thursday, I thought, what the heck, I'll just carry on. I'm like, what? You didn't drop the ball on Wednesday. You had a lovely time. That was a choice you made. And so then we have to go through and encourage them and change the language that we use with our clients. When they come back and they say, I haven't done anything, it's not that they haven't done anything. It's normally that they've dropped the ball for whatever reason. Or they think, well, I haven't done it, so I'll stop doing it now. I'm a failure. I failed again. And we need to change the language for our clients, and we need to change the language for ourselves. So when we think about our biggest wins for the last quarter, it might be your biggest win is that one client who came back and said, I did everything you asked. I was failing before, but I've done it, because we did go out on Wednesday and we had a great time. But then on Thursday, I went back to not eating pizza anymore, and I ate all the good foods and I took my supplements. So I chose to have a night out on Wednesday, and I understand the difference now. So that might be your biggest win, is in this quarter you had that one incredible client. Your biggest win might be that you've got more clients. Your biggest win might be that you've finally got yourself on Google My Business and you're starting to generate more business online because you're now on Google, and you're now on Apple as well, on Apple Maps. So once we get ourselves doing these things and once they're in place, then we can start achieving more. So what is it that's holding you back? And what is it that was your greatest achievement through this quarter? It's been an amazing few years. All sorts of things have happened, but we are kind of back to normality now. There's always the naysayers. Always, 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 always. There will be the naysayers, the people who are negative Nellies, the people who say that what we do isn't getting anywhere or whatever. but we always have shining lights. And I want you to pinpoint your shining lights. I want you to think about them and go, yeah, this is what I want. This is where I am achieving. This is how I'm growing as a person. And this is how my client base is growing. Because when they come back and they say it was incredible, that's when you can ask for the review. As soon as they say thank you, you go straight in, can I have the review? And share me with a friend. That's when I say to people, oh, you do know that if you get somebody else to come and see, if you tell a friend and they come and see me, you get a free appointment. Because by the time someone says you're wonderful, someone's sharing who you are with their friends, they've done really well. They're now an easy client. There's no more research to do. There's no more struggle with them. They're much easier than they were when you first met them. People don't refer you after their first appointment generally. It's generally when they've achieved something. There'll be that third or fourth appointment. When you know them really well, that's when they're telling people about you. And we really need people to talk about us. We need people to share who we are and tell their friends. And so it's important that we ask for those referrals. Just as I'm about to say to you, if you're still here, go down to the bottom. 5-star review, please. We don't want under 5-star. But go and do it and talk to people. Ask them, share who you are, what you're doing, and ask them what went right with our appointment. What did you appreciate? How did I get you to make this change that you hadn't done before, that you were struggling with? What was the difference between then and now? Every appointment, I compare this appointment to your last appointment. So, and then as we go down the line, to the first appointment, because people forget how they were at day one. So it means that here I am at appointment number 4, and I'm looking back at last time I saw them. So last time I saw you, you'd just started on blah, blah supplement and you'd stopped eating pizza. I don't know why pizza's coming to mind today, but pizza's coming to mind. And you stopped eating pizza and drinking Coca-Cola. So how are you getting on with that? Oh, great. You're not eating pizza, you're not drinking Coca-Cola, you're typing it all in. That noise is me pretending to type on my desktop. Shouldn't have done that really, should I even just be listening to my voice? But anyway, now you know what their sound was. But then I also look back at appointment 1. So I say, well, at appointment 1, when I first saw you, you are talking about bloating and discomfort and you had nausea. How are all of those? Oh, yeah. No, I haven't got them anymore. I feel amazing. So we're getting that comparator. It's really important that we're not only looking back at ourselves and what we've done, what we've achieved this quarter, but with our clients, won't necessarily be a quarter, it'll be the time that you've been seeing them, that you are able to compare back to what they were like at their intake form, at their first appointment, and doesn't matter how many between the first and their most recent appointment and today's appointment, so that they can see their progress, they can see their change. And if we've got a plateau, maybe you're doing weight loss and you get a plateau at a certain point, we can start questioning, why have we got this plateau? We've got all these amazing changes happen. So what's the difference and what do we need to step up and change? Is it a test we need to do? Do we have to do some hormone testing now? Or do we need to do an HTMA, a hair mineral analysis, or a food tolerance testing or something? What is it that's going to take us over this barrier, keep my client happy, keep them coming back, keep them on the straight and narrow with only the odd glitch, and me working in my business and happy to see these clients, happy to see them coming back, happy to see new clients, happy working within my zone and not wearing myself out. All of this month has been about reflection, looking at ourselves, looking to the future. And so to end March, I really want you to sit down and look at the first quarter in comparison to quarter 4 last year, in comparison to quarter 3. Look at it in quarters. And fine, you might go, well, I didn't work for all of January, so it didn't really count because the kids were off. So I only have February and March to compare. Well, go back and look at February and March last year. Or go look at, if you stopped in December, go look at October and November and do a comparator of the working time. Are you seeing more clients? Are you seeing fewer clients? Are you seeing them for longer, shorter? Are you charging more? What's the difference? How are people finding you? Are they finding you on Google? Are they finding you on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok? Where are they finding you? What do they need from you to help them find you, to find your website, to find and connect with you? So there's lots of questions in today's one, but it is the end of the quarter, and that's why there's lots and lots of questions. So you may have to go back and have a re-listen, and maybe I'll see if we can get a worksheet out for today, and all the worksheets are stored on the website, geraldineheadley.com, under podcast. So I'll put the link to the past worksheets. You just sign up, you just put your email address in, and then it asks you to create a password. That's the word, a password. And then you're in and you can see all the worksheets from all the past ones as well. So let's see if we can get a worksheet happening for today as well, because I think it's important that we look back, we look forward, we look at our clients, we look at our successful clients, and we look back at our non-successful clients by looking back at their first appointment, second appointment, what the achievements are, the ongoing achievements, and whether they're reaching their goals. So have a good one, and I hope you enjoyed the first quarter. And let's really rock it into the second quarter of the year and all the amazing future that it holds. Chat with you soon.
Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast for the weekly episodes. If you'd like even more support and learning, then the Academy is for you. Here you'll find part 2 of the herbal discussions, more clinical learning, and case studies to support your clients in practice. Bye for now.